Our show. I appreciate what you're doing for the world.
Beautiful. And thank you so very much for being here. You say I truly appreciate it. And you see, Dr. Ang, oftentimes I love to thank my guest for two things. I do this so often to the point where it has become my anthem. So, firstly, Dr. Ang, I want to say thank you so very much for investing in yourself. You see, you are on this platform right now because you invested in yourself. And oftentimes, Dr. Ang, I love to make reference to the amazing mango tree. They say some months back, I was on a particular road, and just by the roadside, there was this tall, unattractive mango tree. And I use the word unattractive because the mango tree's got no mangoes on it, and the leaves were all dry. So I just walked past it and I went my way. But you see, Dr. Ang, just recently, I was on that same road. And this time around, a lot's changed about the mango tree. They say the mango tree caught my attention pretty good from a distance. And immediately, I got the urge to move so close to it, of which I did, and it wowed me. Because now, the mango tree's got a lot of mangoes on it, beautiful green leaves and healthy branches. Oh boy. And not just mangoes now, but ripe mangoes. So it was a beautiful moment for me that day. I was so excited, staring at the beauty of the tree, the fruit, and the branches. What a fantastic moment. I was so excited. Here is my point. The fact that you dedicated your time, energy, and resources to becoming the amazing Dr. Hank that you are today, that alone has made it really impossible for me to skip you. And that's why you got the request for me to be on the show, because I was attracted to the fruit of all that you're doing. Your philosophies, your insight, the way you're offering your solution, the impact your work is having, it's amazing. And just before I sent the request, I said to myself, I've got to benefit from these beautiful things Dr. Ank is doing, not only me now, but even the audience. And here we are today with the amazing Dr. Ang. So thank you so very much, Dr. Ang, for investing in yourself. And secondly, thank you for saying yes to the invite. Because if you had said nope, there was nothing Elisha could do about it. Thank you so much.
Well, that's beautiful, Elijah, and I love your story on the mango trees, and that we get to choose to see the beauty in everything or not, and it's all up to us.
It's all up to us, exactly. I love that. So let's get started. You see, Dr. Ang, I'm quite excited to have you on the show today for two reasons. Firstly, my interest in knowledge seeking. I believe in order for one to transition from a terrible situation to that of a beautiful one, I believe it takes the application of knowledge, quality information, and not just knowledge now, but the application of it. And you see, Dr. Ang, ever since I discovered that light in the Hebrew means knowledge and darkness means ignorance, I've been so keen to knowledge seeking because I do not want to spend any second in the dark. You get it? So that's going to make our conversation today very, very important to me and even to the
Yeah.
listeners. And the second reason why I'm excited to have the amazing Dr. Ank on the show, yeah, is for the sake of the listeners. See, Dr. Ank, we live in an age where information is as abundant as grains of sand. We've got a lot of information flying out there. So these folks trust me for quality, high-opening, and very important information, of which I am totally convinced, Dr. Hank, that our conversation is going to be insightful and impactful. So, for that reason, Dr. Hank, let's get started with your introduction. Talk to us about your personal or professional journey, because right now we are so
Yeah.
curious. We want to know how Dr. Hank got here. Then, afterwards, I've gotten some beautiful questions for you. Okay, Dr. Hank, over to
Oh,
you.
well, well, that sounds great, Elijah, and thank you so much. And so, just to give a little background, that first of all, I'm a mental scientist. My PhD is in mental science. So, I had invested years of studying and understanding the mind, not the brain. The brain actually it controls the body. The mind is something beyond that. And we have this amazing ability to use our mind to create what we want. What I didn't understand, I understood how the mind worked, and I'll share with you a little bit later on the steps on how to create anything that we want. So it's very exciting. And I've helped people overcome cancer, become millionaires, build businesses, better relationships, create really any and everything that we want. This is the power we have with our mind. What I didn't understand is how God or our higher power or the universe, whatever you want to call that, I didn't understand how that played in with the mind. And so basically, it's three steps. Scientists, and this is quantum physicists, molecular biologists, neuroscientists, all the disciplines of scientists have agreed in the last 5 years, not only agreed, but proven that for us to create anything in our lives, that it just takes three steps. And the first step, it all starts with our powerful thought. And that thought, then, according to the scientists, creates energy. And this energy then creates matter, matter. And this is why, Elijah, thoughts become things. But where is God, the universe, our higher power? If you ask yourself, like, where did I come from? How do I think? And you'll be led to the answer that there is this higher power, this inner being within us all. And so I went to seminary school for 4 years to study and understand how God played into creating whatever we wanted. And here's what I discovered, and it is the truth and it is just divine. And you mentioned how important knowledge is. It's not so much the knowledge of the world, it's the knowledge that I'm sharing with you right now. It's this divine truth. And so, for us to create anything we want, more happiness, better relationships, better health, a bigger business, more easy money, more easy life, I've written 24 books on this. In fact, my most recent book is called Living, just published this month, Living the Magical Life and How to Live the Abundant Life. And so here's actually how life plays. We only need to do two things, Elisha, in order to create everything that we want. And here's the 5 steps to create it and how it plays with the divine. Step one is it's all our thoughts. Ask and you shall receive. It's what we're thinking about. But we need to understand our thoughts that we have 60,000 thoughts a day. And about 80,000 of those, 80% of those thoughts are unwanted or negative thoughts. And so I call it mass consciousness. I also call each individual has what I call the committee within them. And so it's like within your mind is this beautiful mahogany table. And there's these black executive chairs all around this table. And the players that are up in your committee are fear. They're sitting around this table, fear and worry and doubt, complaining and shame and blame and guilt and lack and limitation. And the head of the board is the judge. And the judge is basically judging us and what a terrible job we did. How could have we said this? How could have we done that? Etc. And so what I do, I help people to be able to think more about what they want. And just think, if you turn the direction of your focus, is whatever we focus on grows. And so if we change our focus from the unwanted 80% of the time to more of the wanted, what will happen is we will get more of our dreams and desires coming into our experience, being realized for us. So step one is our all powerful thought, and we're responsible for that. And God is waiting on us to do the asking. Ask and you shall receive. Some people say to me, well, I'm going to wait for God to, tell me what to do. No. You got to ask. Now, step one, exactly our thought. Step two, just like the scientist said, that creates energy. And what that energy actually is in human terms is our emotion. So our emotion helps create, and our emotion automatically comes from our thoughts. So we don't have to do step two. Our thoughts create this energy that is our emotions, our feelings. So when I feel blissful about the things that I desire, that they will be created and realized, experienced in my life faster. And so it's all a matter of what I'm thinking. And then it goes into my feeling step two. In step two, that energy is our signal to the divine, to God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, that this higher power, that in step three, that your prayer from your thoughts that go to emotions, your emotions, and why emotions? Why communicate to God with emotions? Because it's the perfect way. It's the truth on how you really are feeling about any particular thought that you're thinking about. And that thought in step three, God, the universe, your higher power, instantly receives your prayer and instantly answers your prayer. This is why, Elijah, all of our prayers have been answered. But people say to me, but Dr. Hank, where's my money? Where's the car in the garage? Where's whatever? And where all of that is it's in energy form. And all we need to do is step four. And step four is what I call ABE. Allow, believe, and expect. So you can't ask for money and then in step four say, oh, I don't have enough money. You split your energy. You're not going to get money. And this is why most people, when they're saying, "Can I please have more money?" they're actually feeling, I don't have enough money. And then God answers them and gives them more, not enough money. And then in step five, we receive it. So that was a lot of information, but hearing that, that basically are the easy steps in order to create anything that we want, Elijah.
Powerful words, Dr. Ang. And I tell you, when I discovered this truth, it changed a whole lot of things in my life. Especially the part where you mentioned that our thought create our emotions in energy. That's profound. And I got that. Just like one person I had a conversation with, she was always having this fearful spirit whenever she want to achieve something. So that fearful spirit now hinders her from achieving that thing. Then she said to me, "Oh, am I being attacked by the devil or some demon or something?" Then I had a conversation with her. I said, "Okay, let us look at it like this. What are the things that you take into your mind? What do you think about? Which stories do you listen to? Who do you sit down with and hear from?" Then she started telling me things like, "Well, I actually listen to stories that are fearful, fearful stories, maybe like stories of someone who wanted to achieve something and it didn't work out, and these things, and I just feel like, getting experiences from people and all of that." And I say, "Okay, I think we found our problem. Now, instead of sitting
Yeah,
with people
exactly.
who are telling stories that are leading to nothing other than building fear in your mind now, try to change the
Yeah,
information you take in. Let's listen to
yeah,
folks who
yeah,
came out triumphantly and did things courageously and it worked out. Let's see if we're gonna see any changes." Then she started practicing that, and before we knew it, boom, the fear was all gone. So I felt really, really
yeah,
excited when you mentioned that our thought create emotions, and that's profound. I got that. So
yeah,
you've answered many
yeah.
of my questions, but there's this particular one that I'm still
Okay,
curious about. I've heard about
okay.
artificial intelligence. I've heard about emotional
Yeah,
intelligence. I've heard about spiritual
yeah, yeah,
intelligence. So what is divine
yeah.
intelligence? Can you tell us?
Yes, yes. Well, it's an excellent question. And let me just comment on your story with that lady that the fact is there's nobody working against us. There's no karma, there's no devil, there's no nothing. The only thing that works against us is our own committee and those thoughts. And the way that, and I want to give your audience and everybody an opportunity to be able to improve their thinking that will improve their life, guaranteed. And it's called the Joy Shop. and I usually offer it for $1,000. I'm going to give it to anybody for free, and they can do WhatsApp or call
Wow,
me.
that's so
Literally,
generous.
my phone number is 214-753-7204. And I will email you because I have to email it, leave your email on it because it's a document that you read. But it is a process, a system that you'll do every day just for 10 or 15 minutes, and it literally will change your thinking, that will change your life. And so to answer your question, though, that like when you were first talking about, knowledge and the importance of knowledge of the world, we can really access it quickly now. We used to do it just with our phones, be able to use Google. Now we have artificial intelligence. And basically what AI is it is a genius 8-year-old. And we need to put into it, it's all about the questions that you ask. And it will also make up stuff for you. But the main thing about AI, why it's such a genius, quote unquote, is because it can connect with all the websites, all the information in the world. And so it knows about the world. But see, the world, like I'll give you an example. My wife has a terminal disease. The doctor said it couldn't be cured. I went to AI. They said they couldn't be cured. And then I realized that that's all past information about that. And she was supposed to die when she was, by 58, she was supposed to die. She's 64 years old and healthier than ever. And the
Wow,
key here is, yeah, and the key here is it is to tap into divine intelligence. There is the truth there. There's the understanding and there's the answers and solutions that you're seeking to anything, whether it's your health or whatever. And this joy shop will help guide you to the answers and solutions that you want. And then just one brief other, so that people understand and that I literally lived this, that I, about 8 years ago, was in a major car accident. It totaled my car and it totaled my body. Here is the car, a picture of
whoa,
the car. I,
whoa,
I literally was disabled from my waist down, and the doctor said I would never walk again. And I didn't decide to believe them. This is just the world's intelligence, the world's knowledge, that we can tap into this DI. So there's AI, artificial intelligence, artificial intelligence of the world and the past that has happened. And there's DI, divine intelligence. And we all have the power to tap into that. And so I decided that I wouldn't believe them. And here I was in the hospital, broken arm, paralyzed from my waist down. All my teeth were knocked out. I have nice, straight white teeth now. They're fake. and, but when the doctor said you couldn't walk, I said to myself, no, I can walk, that I'm going to walk. And so I just started breathing deeply. And I started to ask, and I started to ask, well, show me the way in order to walk. And I would just breathe and I would imagine and visualize me breathing. And one day I felt a little energy in my right toe. And I knew that whatever I focused on would grow. So I focused on that energy, that movement in my right toe. And breath after breath, moment after moment, day after day, month after month, I breathed and had that energy go up my leg, around my waist, down my other leg, and voila, what am I? I'm a walking miracle. But the great thing is, Elijah, we're all walking miracles. And I have been blessed to understand the path for all of us to be able to be, do, and have whatever we want.
amazing. That's a great story. Very, very inspiring. Oh boy, this is a profound one, I tell you. Thank you for sharing that with us, Dr. Hank. Thank you.
Yeah.
So to bring this to an end, what would you like to leave the audience with, like a final thought? And to those folks who would like to reach out to you, learn more about everything we've discussed, or make a purchase of your resources, how can that be possible?
Yeah. Yeah. Know that it all starts with your heart. And for you to really just feel the love that you are loved, and for you to know that all you need is another next better feeling thought. So simply ask for a better feeling thought, and the divine will give you a better feeling thought, and be followed by your emotions. Because when you feel bad, this means that God is telling you you're not thinking about this the way that I am. We have our own guidance system in our emotions. Not only do we communicate through our emotions to the divine, but the divine communicates with our
Subjects, thank
emotions
you so very
to tell
much.
us when we feel good,
What would you like to
that
leave
we're
the
on our
audience
path.
with, like a final
And so
thought?
to do
And to
that,
those folks
and
who
if
like
I
to
can
reach out to
help
you
any of
or
you
learn more about
on no
anything we've
matter what
discussed,
your
how can that be
situation
possible?
is, I promise you,
Mm. So
there
yeah,
is a
again,
pathway out.
first of all, have
There
a
is a
vision,
pathway
answer
to the
that
corridor
very
of
important
joy,
question,
where
like
the
what is it
doors
that
of
you want to do
abundance
with your
will
life?
open
Because this
wide
is
for
one of the
you,
most
where your
important questions we
dreams
should
will
ask
come true,
ourselves.
where you'll
And then
laugh
believe in
more and
yourself,
smile
because this
more
is
and
very
enjoy
important.
more. And
Doesn't matter
all
what's
the
happening, you
things
can
that you
always
want will be
get over it. You
yours
can
as you
always
walk down this
tackle
corridor
any
of joy.
problem.
And it
Don't
all
worry about what's
starts
going on.
with
Just
your
focus on
love,
yourself.
which
And then,
you
yeah,
each have,
as you ask,
and with
if
the
people want to
all
find a little bit
powerful
more about me
minds
or
that
read
you have,
some
in
stuff on
order
my
to
website, they can
literally,
just Google
that
James
you can
Smolarek, and they will
manage
find
the
me. It's very
energies
easy.
that
Beautiful. I
creates
love that. That's a
worlds
beautiful word.
and
So
mold
that's gonna
that
be the end of the show,
energy
my man.
into
Thank you so
your
very much for
own
coming, and thank
experience.
you for sharing this
Give me a
beautiful,
call,
eye-opening
two
stuff
one
with us.
four
It means
seven
a whole
five
lot.
three
Thank you,
seventy
Jake.
two zero four,
Thank you very
or
much.
if you
Thank you for
want to
having me.
email me, real easy, drhank at drhank dot biz. B as in boy, I as in Indian, Z as in Zorro. And I'll send you the joy shot, and you'll be on your way to that corridor of joy where your dreams will come. And thank you so much, Elijah, for having me on your
Beautiful.
program. I appreciate it.
Thank you for being here, Dr. Ang. So that's going to be the end of the show. Thank you for coming, and thank you for sharing these beautiful stories and insight with us. It means a whole lot. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you, Elijah.